You know, there's relief from the problem, and then there's real relief. I really want to nail this one for you today. I notice so many people are adding in relief from the problem. And sure, you can begin there, right? Please don't live there. Otherwise, you just imagine up more problems to be relieved from. It's sort of like counting cash. You know, I'm just not a fan of that. I got a couple friends, clients, readers, people who argue with me, and they imagine counting cash for years, and it seems like they, 99% of the time, keep having cash problems. Because they're counting cash to, hey, I've got enough. See, I've got enough cash to pay the rent. I've got enough cash to pay the phone bill. I've got enough. To me, that implies a couple things. One, you don't have a bank account. I put stuff on auto bill and never look at it. Two, when you're imagining relief from the problem, it's like imagining taking a road trip in a shit car. And you're imagining, hey, I made it to Portland before it broke down. Rightio. Why? Why imagine up all that stress? I can tell you why, by the way. Watch the news. Watch almost any movie out there. You don't watch a movie unless there's drama in it. I've been studying screenwriting for, I think, 3 years now. I saw on Facebook yesterday. And, God, I was just reading a book by Martell yesterday. And he talks about, like, literally every 15 pages, add in this. Every 10 pages, add in that. And it's just a brilliant little formula if you're writing an action movie that you need to hook people in, right? Otherwise, they get bored. And I notice most people tend to, they're trying to imagine up boring days. Whew, no more problems. Now we can relax. See, I imagine up adventurous days. One of the cornerstones in Triple D, that's dreamdrivenday.com, is make waves. Don't settle for the swamp. If you make waves, you can surf. If you make waves, you can sit on the beach and enjoy them. If you make waves, movement happens. Novelty. It's never the same ocean twice. People go to the beach and they realize it's never the same beach twice. You look at a globe and it's like, well, see, it hasn't moved, Mr. 20. It's always the same. That's a radio. It sounds like you haven't moved. You're stuck in your head. Stop it. You see, here's what I notice. You're the ocean that makes the waves. Make yummy waves. Kids love them. Young adults love them. Even old people who aren't imagining frailty love them. But the minute you imagine that you're fragile, the minute you start settling for, I just want the problems to be over. Neville Goddard didn't teach that. I don't teach that. Here's what I teach. What if you doubled your income and worked half the time? This is straight from the Prosperity Pack, gang. What if you doubled your income and worked half the time? How would you buy peanut butter or petrol differently? I've been saying this for a couple years, right? And now the price of petrol has gone up, right? Now, it's not because of my imaginal act, but I tend to go with very real things that you're going to encounter in life. This is why I love my Joseph Goddard method. More on that some other time. But if you doubled your income and worked half the time, would buying petrol ever be a problem? Pretty much every day at the pool, I overhear people talking about, hey, there's an app that tells you where the cheapest place to buy petrol is. And I say, wow, where's that? And they go, well, that's like, it's behind this other place. It's like, how far away is it? I say, well, it's just 20 minutes out of my way. It's just 20 minutes. Is that 20 minutes one way? Well, yeah. So that's 40 minutes of your life you're wasting to save what? 5 cents a liter. See, that to me is not how to play with this. If you doubled your income and worked half the time, and if you doubled your income and worked half the time again. See, let's pretend that it's not about dollar figures, right? But what if it was about doubling your income and working half the time? If you're making 10, what if you made 20? If you're making 10 and it takes you half a day or half a year, and you make 20 and it takes you a lot less time, how does your life change? 9 times out of 10, I'm the young guy at the pool. When somebody else young shows up, it's usually because they've got an injury or something. And then we start talking and we end up talking about this kind of stuff. Then they get better. Gets them out of their gloom and doom, their struggle, their push. See, I'm not a fan of problems. I'm a fan of you. So you can have relief from the problem. Oh my God, I do have enough money. Let's celebrate to pay the phone bill. I get it. You want to keep your phone on. But if you doubled your income and worked half the time, my guess is you'd have enough money in the bank to put the phone bill on auto bill and never even look at it. I don't. I just print out the receipts for Victoria once every 3 months. We've got to do that. So it's like, all right, I'll print them out. No biggie. Meanwhile, real relief. Real relief always comes back to one thing. It's you. What if you double the amount of money that you typically have in your wallet? And you double the amount of fun you had spending it. Oh my God. All right. Real relief. Notice it's not about the numbers. Real relief, it's about you. Real relief is about a totally different way of living your typical day. I don't drive 40 minutes out of my way total to get 5 cents off on petrol per liter. I mean, I've got a BMW. You know, I think it went from like $100 to fill it up to 120. And I know some people panic at that, and I've been there, believe me. And this is why I want you to change from being the panicked person to being who you truly are. Noticing who you truly are. If you got gold today, we've got this cool little pack called the Prosperity Pack. Now, this is going to sound really weird. If you get that, it's the Neville Goddard Prosperity Pack. It's at NevilleGoddardProsperityPack.com, right? I'll put a link somewhere. If you don't see a link, email me. I'll get it to you. NevilleGoddardProsperityPack.com. And when you get that, it comes with recordings and a PDF. Let the recordings be background. Just listen to them and ponder them and play with them. But take that book and print it, right? We've printed it on thick, yummy paper. You've seen mine. I had the office store bind it like a book, printed on thick, yummy paper. And it's got a coffee stain on it. It's got scribble marks inside with my crayons. And Ashley, I got to ask you about crayons. You put up a comment that has us intrigued. So, here's the cool thing. Ready? Make this yours. Play with that attitude money game that's in the Prosperity Pack. Play with the little 59 exercises, actually 60, one of them sneaky. Play with them, because these are the ones that set us free. Alrighty. And if you want a sneak peek, just go to freeneville.com. That's FREENEVILLE.com. We got, I think, 12 little manifesting money lessons in there that we tossed up. Stuff inspired by the Prosperity Pack. Check them out. All right. See ya.